Hi everyone, my name is Alec. I'm the founder of OpenClass, and I wanted to record a quick video walking through what OpenClass looks like for foreign language classes. So OpenClass integrates with D2L or with Canvas, or it could be used outside of a learning management system. But as an instructor, when you publish your assignment, students will be notified via the learning management system integration, if there is one, and also via email. They'll receive a link which they're able to click, and they'll be shown an overview of what's going to be covered on the assignment and how these assignments work. And then they can click this Begin Assignment button to start their assignment. So OpenClass review assignments follow a very specific format based on the neural correlates of learning and memory. Basically, how these assignments work is each question starts with a retrieval question, something like write sa in hiragana. Basically, students for this type of question would be expected to write their answer in a separate sheet of paper, take a picture, and upload it with their question. So as an example, I'll upload sa. You can enter in alt text and upload your image. Students are then able to save their response and continue. After doing this retrieval question, students are immediately shown feedback to see, okay, here's what my answer was, here's what the instructor's solution was. Okay, yeah, these look pretty close, so they can compare based on correctness. But not just that, they're also able to see additional feedback, targeted resources specifically from their class to help them see not just what the answer is, but how that answer is derived, and be able to see, okay, here's some slides on the Japanese writing system. Okay, here's what the hiragana is. They're able to see, okay, here's this little excerpt from a YouTube video to help me understand how to draw this character. And every question concludes with a multiple choice, what's called a mastery question, which basically serves to make the feedback a little bit more interactive, a little bit more engaging, make sure students actually go through this information and understand it, and then can apply that knowledge in this question. So which of the following words would not include the sa hiragana character? So the student can say, okay, let's see, I think it's this one. And if they get that mastery question correct, their mastery progress bar will increase a little bit. If they get it incorrect, it may show a reason for why it's incorrect. And for this one, you can see, okay, this is the correct answer because this word is not written in hiragana, it's written in katakana. Great, the student got this correct. And these assignments will continue at the student's own pace. That's the idea with mastery learning, is if a student really understands a concept, it's not going to just drill it to death for them. But if students that don't understand this concept are going to be able to continue to get more and more practice until they either run out of questions in the assignment or they achieve mastery. So I think this type of practice is particularly applicable to learning foreign languages, because to me, foreign languages really entail sort of three things. One, a lot of memorization, stuff like this type of question, write sa in hiragana. You need to learn how to be able to write that if there's a separate alphabet with the language that the student is learning, and also just memorizing vocab, things like that. So memorization is a big part of it, which OpenClass makes that process more efficient. Two is just conceptually understanding how the language works, understanding grammar. Okay, here's why in Japanese, what this doesn't really have a direct translation to English, but just understanding, okay, this follows a subject in a sentence or whatever the case may be. If this is a Spanish class, understanding how to conjugate verbs. Okay, here's ER verbs, IR verbs, AR verbs, being able to learn how to conjugate those. And then lastly, something that OpenClass isn't able to do quite yet, but it's on the product roadmap, is just a ton of practice. So you understand the concepts, you understand, you know the vocab, and just being able to practice it a lot and be able to speak it. And that's one of the things that's on the product roadmap, is to enable sort of audio questions where you could imagine a question such as, how do you say one in Japanese? And the student would be expected to say ichi, or whatever the answer is, and have it record them and submit that answer. But through this type of platform, with the generation effect of starting with that retrieval question, immediately receiving feedback after, and lastly, every assignment is all encompassing, which means if this is week 13 of a 15-week class, students are going to continue to receive practice on earlier concepts, which is especially relevant, I think, for foreign language classes, where you can't just learn how to conjugate something, or you can't just learn vocab. how to say something, what's the difference between present tense and past tense and things like that. You can't just learn it and then forget about it. Everything in a foreign language sort of builds on top of each other, and you need to sort of retain that base, which is something that OpenClass has baked into these review assignments, is students are going to continue to receive that practice throughout the duration of the semester, even if in class time the class has moved on from that. So I'm really excited about the implications of what OpenClass is and can be in foreign language classes. If you're interested in getting started, you can go to openclass.ai, start an account for free, and implement this in your classes. If you want more information or need any help getting started, feel free to email me, alec@openclass.ai. Any suggestions for other things that would be helpful for foreign language classes, I'm all ears. Feel free to email me that as well. I'm always looking for different ways to make this tool better. I'm really excited about the implications this type of system can have in foreign language classes, and thank you for watching.